In today's video, I'm going to talk about what to do if you have just been rejected, either by a person, a job, opportunity, a client, a sale. It really doesn't matter. This video is so important, guys. We're going to dive very deep today, and I'm sharing my best thoughts so you can manifest anything that you want in this life and never feel rejected ever again. Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about everything having to do with mindset, manifesting, and the law of attraction. If you're ready for one-on-one coaching, I'd love to help you manifest your dreams. Just check out all the information. It's in the description below. Okay guys, so we are talking about rejection today, and I know that rejection really sucks. I know the feeling. You put yourself out there and someone doesn't respond to your text. You apply for your dream job and you don't get it. I understand how you're feeling. I have been there. But from this moment forward, guys, you will never be rejected ever again. So stick with me to the end on this video. Now let's start with the basics. It's impossible to be rejected by another person. Now you can have the experience of rejection if you want to, that's your choice, but no other person can actually reject you. Now the reason you can never get rejected is because rejection is a cognitive illusion. Now you're probably like, Lauren, what are you talking about? My specific person hasn't responded to my text in 4 days. I've been rejected. But bear with me, because once you really understand this perspective that I'm going to give you in this video, you will literally be able to shift your self-concept to get things that you thought were impossible for you in your reality. So let's get a few things clear. Rejection is not something that someone can do to you. Rejection is an internal experience that you have. Rejection is a feeling state that you are in. Now, let me say that again because this is so important. Rejection is not something that someone can do to you. Rejection is only an internal experience that you can have. Now, there are 3 main reasons we have a hard time understanding that rejection is an illusion. And once you understand these reasons, you will never be rejected again. The first reason that we don't realize that it is impossible to be rejected by another is because of language itself. Now, you guys may not know this, but my bachelor's was in psychology and linguistics. And most people don't realize that language contains many assumptions within itself. So for example, if you say, I was rejected, it automatically implies that you were rejected by someone. So someone would ask you, who were you rejected by? Now this might seem so subtle or unimportant, but this type of language, I was rejected, I was ghosted, I was abandoned, is reinforcing a victimization story in your life subconsciously. There is a connotation of victimization being built into the words themselves. So these types of word choices subconsciously affirm that you are not the creator in your life, that someone else creates for you or someone else can decide for you. So now that we know that, the first thing you need to do is you need to eliminate these victimization words from your vocabulary because they are affirming the opposite of what it is you're trying to create. Now, the second thing that is happening when you experience rejection is you are being fooled by your perception and your ongoing story about your life. Let's say the guy or girl that you like didn't text you back. The perception might be, I'm unlovable, this always happens to me, a past story, they will never like me, a future story, something is wrong with me, etc. But in reality, what happened was you did not receive a text after you sent one. That's it. Nothing else happened. Any other experience that you have of feeling lesser than, not good enough, never going to be with them, can't have them in your future, or that they don't like you, all of these experiences are symptoms of your perception, but your perception is not the reality. And if you are constantly experiencing rejection in your life, it's because you can't tell the difference between what happened in reality and your perception of what is happening to you and the story you are telling about yourself. So now let's go back to the example when your person doesn't text you back. All that happened in that moment is that you didn't receive a text, and what you make that mean is really up to you. And the more you choose to hold on to this meaning that you're always rejected and this can never change in the future, the more that perception will become the truth of your reality. But in truth, guys, every moment is a completely unattached moment to the last one, and you can stop the narrative rejection anytime you choose. The third reason rejection doesn't exist is because the idea of rejection has a weird implication about time and outcome. When you don't get the text that you want right now, you equate that to being rejected. But if you get that text next week and you end up getting the outcome that you want in the end, were you ever rejected at all? All of a sudden, the answer is no. So if a certain amount of time passes and now the outcome is different, your perception of rejection isn't going to be there anymore, is it? So was it ever really even a thing to begin with? Nope, it wasn't. So to make it clear, the idea of rejection in itself implies that there is a story of rejection running from your past to your future. But actually, when the moment presents itself as unpreferred, it is simply a moment that you weren't able to master. It means nothing about future moments. So when you experience that rejected feeling, all that is happening is that you are suffering your self-concept of rejection. You are suffering the story of rejection. And in actuality, no one is rejecting you. You are rejecting yourself. That horrible feeling that you feel in that moment is you rejecting you. It is you taking a neutral experience unrelated to your worth and value and internalizing it to mean something is rejectable about you, and that's what feels very bad. So in that moment, when you decide you are rejected, you are abandoning your own self and you are turning your awareness to a story in which you are unloved and rejected. And that is what you are experiencing as being painful. So please, guys, let's eliminate the idea of rejection. Stop rejecting yourself. Stop telling a story of rejection and stop allowing your 3D circumstances to define you. If this video changed your perspective, definitely check out this next video on how the illusion of power is either stopping or helping your manifestation. I explain it in detail in this one right here. Thanks so much for subscribing, sharing, and hitting the bell. I make each video with love, and I will see you guys in the next video.